news conference to get underway, all right, of this deadly and fiery plane crash here in Upland. I think it's Captain Marcelo Blanco about to speak.
Going on and what we know at this moment, we received a call from the local residents of an airplane going down on the residence right behind us. It came in about 10:59. What we know at this point, it is a Cirrus, and that's C-I-R-R-U-S, SR-22 type airplane. It is a four-seater airplane, and if you notice in the back, this airplane does have a safety parachute. Obviously, that's going to be still under investigation by NTSB, what transpired right before the plane came down on the house. What we do know at this point is the only fatality we can confirm is the pilot of the airplane. We don't have any information as far as the identity of the pilot because of how the wreckage is. We'll have to wait for NTSB and the coroner's office to come and do their portion of the investigation to have more information on that individual. There were two occupants in the house. Those two occupants were able to exit the residence safely when the plane came down. If you have any questions as it pertains to the fire suppression point, I will turn it over to my colleague from San Bernardino County Fire.
Can you give me your name, please?
It's Captain Blanco. Captain Marcelo, M-A-R-C-E-L-O. Last name is Blanco, B-L-A-N-C-O.
So there was two occupants inside the home and a baby. All three of them made it out safely, uninjured. They were able to self-evacuate. As far as neighbors on either side of this structure, there was no injuries. Everybody was able to get out on their own.
Tell us about the evacuation.
Sorry, say it. Go ahead.
How many occupants again?
Two adult occupants and their child, their infant child. Total of three.
Is there a fight because of fuel? Did it seem like there was a lot of fuel, or did it seem like it could have been worse?
Well, so anytime a plane goes down, obviously fuel is a concern from fire's side. Initially, responding crews did an awesome job of controlling that. You can see there's no extension into either structure on either side. So kudos to the crew that showed up on scene first. We had San Bernardino County Fire units here initially with help from Rancho Cucamonga Fire. And there was very little damage to the side structure, a couple of things in their side yard. Other than that, everything was saved. And even the garage portion of this structure was able to be saved and the vehicle was saved.
What's the distance between here and the runway?
I can't provide you with that. I apologize. As far as we can gather from the website that kind of shows the flight path, he was leaving Upland and traveling somewhere else. So he was taking off and banking out of here. Correct. As far as that's all we can tell you at this point.
Sir, I know you're not a pilot.
Yep, correct.
Sir, I know you're not a pilot, so I'm just asking from what your other firefighters heard and may have seen. This plane, from what I understand from the captain, is equipped with a special safety device, a parachute that pops open so it drops the plane down. Was there any indication from what you saw here or from witnesses that parachute was deployed?
There was no eyewitnesses account of the parachute deploying, although that's going to be up to the FAA to determine. The NTSB, they'll be here later today. They're en route. They'll do that investigation. They'll be able to share that information with you.
When you got here, your firefighters got on scene. Was it so fiery and engulfed in flame that you weren't able to see any remnants of a parachute? Any kind of sense that maybe this pilot did try to deploy that or did deploy it?
I can't speak to whether or not he did. I will tell you that it was fully involved, and that parachute material would have burned up quickly. However, they'll be able to tell once they do their investigation whether that cone piece popped off and it was deployed.
Can you talk a little bit about how lucky it is? Other than a pilot, sadly, that pilot died. But you have so many homes here, and you have a home with a baby in there, and they got out safely. Yeah,
it's unbelievably lucky. The way this plane went down and that they were able to escape, and it landed right into their living room. We got their pet hamster out. The dog's still missing. That might be one other casualty, but incredibly lucky that they were able to make it out, and just kudos to the initial responding crews for getting that fire under control so quickly.
So from your point of view, when you walk in, where's the crash located? Describe that area.
It's hard to tell from looking at the wreckage whether that was a family room area or a master bedroom. So once we're able to get in and do body recovery and things like that, we'll be able to identify that a little bit better as far as what part of the home that was. There is a hazardous materials component to this because there are carbon fiber parts on that plane, avgas, things like that. So we're going to be very cautious when we go in and do that body recovery.
Do we have your name, first and last?
My name is David Pingree, Pingree. I'm a firefighter, paramedic, PIO. David is the first name, Pingree.
Isn't that first letter?
David, D.
Last name?
Pingree, P is in Paul, I, N is in Nancy, G is in Green, REE.
And San Bernardino County.
San Bernardino County Fire. You're welcome.